Okay, we are live, and we can see that US equities showed some resiliency. Markets showed some resiliency, but uneasiness remains, according to Charles Schwab. US securities showed some resiliency to come off the worst levels of the day and finished mixed in a return to action following the long holiday weekend. Global recession concerns continue to weigh on sentiment, with the spread between the 10-year and 2-year Treasury yield inverting again, and the US dollar rallying to 20-year highs to exacerbate the uneasiness. In equity news, Tesla reported softer than expected Q2 deliveries, and quarterly sales at Ford also missed forecasts. But ExxonMobil offered an upbeat earnings forecast for Q2. In light economic news, factory orders came in well above estimates. Crude oil prices plunged, and gold also traded solidly lower. Okay, Europe saw widespread losses as the euro and British pound tumbled versus the US dollar, while Asia finished mixed despite some upbeat Chinese economic data. The Dow Jones and Russell average lost 129 points, or 0.4%, to close at 30,968, while the S&P closed increased 6 points, which is a 0.2% gain, to 3,831. The Nasdaq advanced 194 points, which is 1.8% to 11,322. In moderate volume, 55 billion shares on the New York Stock Exchange were traded, and 4.9 billion shares exchanged hands on the Nasdaq. WTI crude plunged $8.93 to close at $99.50 per barrel. Elsewhere, gold spot price lost $34.90 to close at $1,766.60 per ounce, and the dollar index rallied 1.3% to 106.47. Tesla reported that it delivered 254,695 vehicles in Q2, below the 256,520 fact-checked estimate, with the disruption from the COVID-induced lockdowns in China having an impact. Shares were higher. Ford said sales jumped 31.5% in June, courtesy of the 26.3% rise in deliveries of its F-Series trucks, including the electric F-150 Lightning. However, sales for Q2 rose 1.8%, well below analyst range of 3.3%. ExxonMobil announced late Friday that its Q2 earnings could reach $18 billion, a solid gain quarter over quarter, with the company benefiting from higher oil prices and natural gas prices, as well as increased refining margins, but shares were lower.
Is it possible?
Okay, so let's quickly dive in and see what's going on with MULN. MULN, it lost 8.32%, but it is up 2.01% in this post-market session. Let's be sure we are still connected. Okay, let's see, let's continue regardless. Okay, let's see whether we can find any news. Okay, it still dominate the news on MULN, is still dominated by these lawsuits. Okay, let's see what it's saying here. It's saying shares of California-based electric vehicle maker MULN Automotive was up 3% to $1.02 in aftermarket. It says it has reduced its debt by $17.5 million and now nearly $11 million of debt outstanding. MULN now is in the best financial health in the company's history. The stock, one of the top 10 active stocks on stock choice on a forum where retail investors discuss strategies. Okay, so let's get the volumes for this session. Okay, 40.989 million shares. Let's see the top gainers on its okay, nothing significant there, only 10% gain. Yeah, let's ensure we are still feeding. Okay, yes. I should think our connection should be okay by now. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next stock is FFIE. Friday Future Intelligence. We covered the stock, and when we covered it, it had a gain of 67% or thereabouts. So for the regular session, it's settled for a gain of 48.73%, and it's down 3.6% now. I believe there's a speculation that there's a short squeeze that may have been in place. So let's see what the technicals are saying here. It's a double moving average crossover today. Double moving average crossover 21 and 50-day moving averages. Price crosses 200-day moving average as well. Yeah, so those two events presented short-term bullish opportunities. Let's see what the news is. But this is a pre-market news. Let's see what they're saying about Friday Future. Okay, we're in the clear now. Nothing fascinating there. Okay, so 101.167 million shares across the tape. When we covered the stock. Only 61 million shares had crossed the tape, so a further 40 million crossed thereafter. Not very long ago that was, and we can see the biggest gainer on the call side of things, on the options side of things, was the 4.50 calls for the 22nd of July. It gained 1,600%, but the volume was just only one contract. Outside that, the biggest gainer I think is the 3.50 calls, gained 560%. Okay, but the biggest volume was the $3 calls. Yeah. Okay. So we had a target of $7.01. That was our target, and had other projections around $8.28 and $9.88, but there's no guarantee it's going to get there. But the fact that it has that 25% short interest will ensure that market participants will continue to look at it. It will be of great, it will remain in the sphere of buyers. Yes. Okay, AMD gained 2.08%, but down 0.1% in this post-market session. Okay, so let's see. Okay, 95.585 million shares across the tape. It was definitely one of the most active stocks. Even with a 2.08% gain, it was competing with stocks that were gaining almost 70%. So if you have the means, this is a sort of stock that you can always do a covered call transaction on. It's not expected to move so widely. It's not expected to move. It's a bellwether stock. It's not expected to. The volatility on the stock is not expected to be high. Okay, so let's quickly move on to Ford. The Ford, we already seen what went on there with Ford. Said sales jumped 31.5% in June, courtesy of a 26.3% rise in deliveries of its F-Series trucks, including the electric F-150. However, sales for Q2 rose 1.8%, well below analysts' range of 3.3% to 5.1%. And yes, Ford traded lower. Yes, lost 1.06%, but down, currently up 0.09% in this post-market session. Let's get the volumes. 87.248 million shares across the tape. So let's quickly move on to MTEK. MTEK Limited gained 10.17%, but is down 0.77% in this post-market session. What was the news? Okay, in the pre-market day, they disclosed that the company received a purchase order for Space IL for the development of a video recording, streaming, and image processing solution. Rehovot, Israel. Okay, the company is a B2B provider of intelligent video transmission technology. Today announced that it has been chosen by Space IL, an organization that strives to promote science and technology education, which in 2019 became the first private entity in history to reach the moon, to take part in their sheet tooling and mission, Israeli lunar spacecraft. As a result, the company received a purchase order for the Jupiter space development. The company's Neptune space previously served as the video recording and streaming solution on the 2019 Space IL. Beresheet's spacecraft, the first Israeli and first privately initiated mission to land on the moon. We are thrilled to take part in this important mission. Okay, so that's the news. Okay, it's not optionable. 71.590 million 71.59 million shares crossed the tape. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Amazon, AMZN. Amazon gained 3.6%, down 0.04% in this post-market session. Some 6.583 million shares crossed the tape. Okay, so Amazon closed at $113.50. It's looking much more affordable. It's looking much more affordable. Let's look at the daily chart for the stock. You can see it's very much bearish, as one would expect. Started to retrace from early this year. At some point it reached the 52-week low, I believe. This is the 52-week low of $101.80%. It's $101.80. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next is AAPL. Apple gained 1.89%, up 0.02% now. Okay, what are they saying here? It says here, Chief Investment Officer at Cap Trusts predicted that the US economy continues to slow. We're going to see a little more demand for mega caps tech stocks, including Apple, Microsoft, and Facebook, and Meta. Okay, so they're speculating that their CIO sees more demand for big tech stocks as the economy slows. $73.354 million shares across the tape. Let's see the next one. The next one is Roblox, RBLX. RBLX gained 14.03%, down 0.38% now. Let's see what okay. I believe these are Apple top 10 apps, top paid iPhone apps. Minecraft, Mojang, Heads Up, Warner Bros. Balloons TD6, and Roblox, is it there? Top 10. Roblox is not a top 10. Top 3 iPhone apps: YouTube, TikTok, Google Maps, Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, Google, Snapchat, Netflix, WhatsApp. Okay, so Roblox is in the top 10 of the free iPad apps on Apple. Okay, 59.576 million shares across the tape. It closed at $39.99. Okay, let's see the next one. The next one is EVFM. EVFM Biosciences. Let's see. Gained at 20.88%, down 0.91% now. No news. Penny stock. Optionable as well. 58.465 million shares across the tape. Let's see whether there are events that occurred today. Price crossed above 50-day moving average, which is an intermediate term bullish opportunity. Let's look at RBCN. Rubicon Technology up 65.38%, now down 0.33%. Bollinger Bands today, short-term bearish opportunity. Commodity Channel Index, MACD, Momentum, short-term KST. Price crosses 50-day moving average, 21-day moving average, 200-day moving average. A lot of things happened today for this stock. Let's see. Let's get a better picture, a good picture of that. RBCN. See a couple of events. 52-week high today as well. Price reached a new 52-week high of $15.90. This exceeds the previous high of $11 by $4.9, and it is 85.31% above the 52-week low of $8.58. Volume spiked as well. Trading volume exceeded a 10-day average of 1.501 million shares by 40,438.07%. Price crossed above 50-day moving average, also above 200-day moving average, and also the 20-day moving average as well. Let's refresh this and see whether we can. Okay, we're getting a modeled up chart there, so let's return and have a look and see the daily chart. This is the daily chart. You can see what happened. A lot of things happened today. It's huge spike. Let's see whether there's any news. Okay, so saying here, shares of Rubicon Technology Inc. up 62% at $14.82, highest since January 2016. The American company, which specializes in sapphire products for optical systems, entered into a cash tender offer agreement with Janel Corp on Tuesday, the 5th of July, under which Janel will buy up to 45% of outstanding shares of Rubicon's common stock at $20 per share. Offer represents a nearly 120% premium to Rubicon's closing stock of $9.1 on July 1st. Rubicon expects to distribute $11 per share in cash to the company's stockholders upon completion of the tender offer. Stock trading over 1700 with you've strengthened. They're suggesting an overbought. Okay, let's see. They are trying to buy 45% of the stake for $20 per share, and it hasn't reached there. He hasn't reached $20 per share, so that's a stock to watch again. RBCN. Let's look at the daily chart and see what happened there. Did they ever reach $20? Never reached $20. So, and when the deal is closed, they will get $11. So yeah, that's one stock we have to keep watching. RBCN. Rubicon Technology. Okay, thank you all very much for joining this live stream, and we are off pretty soon.